Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And on today's video, I'm gonna show you how to remove this door trim to diagnose a power window which is not opening or closing. The car is a 2009 Subaru Impreza. I already diagnosed it, and I already knew what's wrong with it. But yeah, for the sake of tutorial, I'm gonna tell you some simple tips to determine if the problem is the sub switch or the motor itself. So let's get into it. The first step to remove the door trim is basically remove that one. Remove that cover to reveal that Phillips head screw, and then there should be another one here as well. And then basically after that, you have to remove this trim off to reveal another two screw, and then from there you just basically start pulling this trim. This bit sometimes it's hard to remove, so you have to play with it, but yeah, there's a trick that I can show you later on how to basically remove it easily. So screw on that one is already removed. As I told you earlier, that this one is bit stubborn to remove if you will just remove it for the first time. So the trick is pop this off, and then see, pop that off, and then it's a bit hard, eh? If you can see that one there, you just try to push that, yeah, and then it should be there. See, and then that tab, that's what I'm talking about, that you have to push up to get this out easily, and then you just basically remove it there, and then basically remove those two screws, that one there, and then the door trim should come off. So just remove those two screws, and then just basically, once you got that two screws out, just basically lift up, and then that's it. So as you can see, there's like a cable for the door handle, and I mean the door lock. So you just basically remove it. It's easy. So basically just unclip this, and then just remember where they located once you put it back later. And that one there, it's easy. And then that's basically it. You got your door trim remote. So now the first step for the diagnosis is like to eliminate if this sub switch is faulty. So what you can basically do is just swap it with the other switch, and that's it. Once you swap it with the other switch and the window works, so you will know that this is the problem. So you just replace this one. Now once you swap that switch with a good one, and the window is still not working, there's still heaps, there's still a couple of things that could cause it. But if you don't, easiest way, if you got like a multimeter and just measure the voltage that goes to the terminal of the power window. So if you got voltage there, you will say that, oh yeah, it's the power window motor. But if you don't have that, multimeter, you can basically try to hit the power window with something. Most of the time, every time I do it, the window, the motor works. So so that's the second tip, simple tip. And then if it still doesn't work, window there, if it still doesn't work, you probably got more issue. You probably have like probably the main power window switch is faulty, or you got wiring issue. But for now, I'm just gonna stick to the which I think the most common fault of this power window. So yeah, next is I'm gonna so because this one I already determined that the window motor is the faulty part, so I'm just gonna remove it and show it to you guys. Now to remove the power window, so first step is just remove this plastic cover. Remove the wiring harness, which is that one. Just basically unclip that one there and use a trim tool. And there it is, that one there. Or you can just push off there. Yeah, make sure this gooey stuff, this black gooey stuff, don't go everywhere, because it's a bit shit to remove, especially with your GoPro. So on this particular model, so the motor is comes with the window regulator. So you basically remove, you have to remove the regulator and then swap it with a new one. To remove the regulator it's basically removing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts, and then removing the 2 bolts on the trim that holds the glass. But if you manage to get your window working when you hit it, I would strongly recommend bring it down until those bolts is showing, which is that one and that one, and then so you will, you know, easy access to undo it. And then after that, once you remove those two, you can just bring it up, bring the window up and hold it with something like a tape. There is some instance that you can't bring it down, so you're gonna be having hard time to remove that regulator. So what I basically do is, since your motor comes with the regulator, I always just cut the cabling. You can see it there, because basically if your motor is not working, that window is locked all the way, so you can't get it down because it's held it by cable. So what I'm always do is just remove that cable there, cut it. Now once you cut it, it will release it, and you can basically, it will release the mechanism that holds the window, and you can basically slide it down, up and down. I've done it before, so, but yeah, it still depends on how it still depends on how they design the power window of your car. But basically it's on the Subaru, it's just that it. So yep, on this one I'm gonna bring my window down and then remove those 2 bolts there, and then bring up the glass, the window glass, and then that's it. I'll just make it easier. You can see there, just basically remove the 2 and the 6 bolts, and then that's it. The regulator itself should come out easily. Just playing around with it, like you can see this tab, that one, there should be another one here. Just basically remove it, and then basically it should come off easy. And then just basically get it out from here. Now, how easy is that? You can just put the new one back in, which I'm gonna do once I get the parts. So I was telling you about, if you got your windows locked like up or all the way down, and you didn't manage to get that thing working when you hit it, as I said earlier, you can just cut this cable. Side cutter will do the job. Cut that. Once you cut that, it will release the cable, and you basically can push your window up and down. So because it's basically not connected to the motor anymore, so because what's the motor is the one restricting the window to go up and down. So basically, once you cut that cable is disconnected, it will go down easily. And then that's the time you can remove these two bolts that holds the glass window itself. So I got my second-hand parts, which is that one. I bought it from the wreckers for fraction of the price of the brand new one. But yeah, if you're using second-hand parts, make sure it's the right parts. I would recommend bring the old parts to the wrecking yard and then just compare it from there. So you will not, you will not wasting time coming back and forth just to get the right parts. So basically, we'll just install it, and then yeah. But before you finish it all together, you must test the parts first. So let's get into it. So to test it, just basically plug the thing, plug your second-hand parts, and then basically operate it, like check if it's working or not, which is, you can see it's working. So it's right to go. And then yeah, so basically we're installing it reverse on how we dismantle it. So yep. Make sure all this locating tabs is there. So once you got that in, it should be easy. You just reverse everything that we did earlier. Make sure you got access to those hole for the window glass. So you basically have to run your motor again, bring it down, and make sure it's aligned there, and then you can slowly drop that window. So to put this back on, if you can see that one and that one, it's basically gonna go over there. See, got that hole there. So that one goes in this one, and the other one goes that one. And make sure all these trim plugs, that one is gonna align to the corresponding hole. And make sure you put this back on properly, and then make sure this one you got access on this one as well. So yeah, so you basically put this one first. It's not hard. You're just gonna locate them and put that in. And then the other one should be same as well. And then you basically put it up there and slide. Make sure goes out there, and then just put all those screws, and then you're done. Oh, I mean this trim as well, and then you're done. So that's basically it. How easy is that? So yep, before I end up, just test it again, see it's working or not. So that's basically it. If you got any questions, just comment down it below. If you like this video, you can hit like. Any comment will do. Hopefully you learned something from it. And then yeah, see you on the next random videos. Cheers.